When SDOP started out, they started out with just these little issues in the community, and there was no big deal. We just started out with the nitty-gritty in the communities, and we didn't think about doing anything citywide. But just 30 years later, we're at this place, at the citywide. We work with a state, we work with a nation. I mean, that's a big leap for 30 years for an organization like us. So God knows. God only knows what's going to be like in the next 10 years.
I get kind of emotional about this. After over 20 years of working with this great organization, I never thought about it, you know, the future as far as the organization, but, you know, I look at it now, 30-year celebration, and I'm thinking, yeah, it could happen that after I'm long gone, somebody's going to be celebrating the 100-year anniversary of San Diego Organizing Project. I totally believe that.
I give thanks to God that there are people throughout this country who have had the courage of their faith to step out and do something for the first time, trusting in their God that without that, they would not have ever been able to do that. I give thanks that He's allowed me to be one of those people. And I give thanks for all the other folks who face the same kind of internal questions and doubts about themselves, who have, because of their faith, overcome that and been transformed by the experience.
It was an exciting time in San Diego 30 years ago when SDOP was organized. Some real changes took place that improved the quality of life of people in the city. And it also, I think, important thing that it gave rise to hope that things could be better.
This is the truest, purest sense of democracy that I know of, because we go out into the neighborhoods and we ask people, tell me what keeps you up at night. What is your passion? What is just really ripping you apart right now?
Sometimes, you know, you want so many things for people, but what I've learned through the organizing is that sit back and listen to what people have got to say. Sit back and hear them, really hear them, and don't think for them, but allow them to be able to speak for themselves.
At first it was empowering to me. It gave me a feeling of empowerment in my personal life. Then it was because I got to see new people, new leaders, take on the same issues that I take on, and then the look on their faces when they saw how successful this was coming, because they were so discouraged, they were so sad by all this stuff, that they really didn't think it would work. And then to see their faces change and then their personalities and just see them blossom into human beings with power.
What intrigued me most about this kind of work was that you didn't need to have any special qualifications to have an impact.
The idea of being a leader was a concept that I'd always fled from anytime somebody tried to assign me that task. For some reason in my life, I had no aspiration to be a leader. I always felt myself to be somebody who does well in the background, but to be the person who's actually out front, being a spokesperson or being the strategist, that kind of thing, was not something that I saw myself, nor did I see myself leading other people.
In fact, I know what SDOP does. It helped people to take a look at the reality around them and to understand that together, speaking in one voice, they had power. They had the ability to change what was going on.
I thought being in politics for the 20 years that I was in with our union, I really thought I knew a lot, you know, and I did, but I didn't have the satisfaction of building really the relationships in the families around my own communities. That was huge for me, and that's what SDOP brings to me and my family.
I did my thing, and I did a lot of things, but I didn't do it in a way that brought other people in. And that's what organizing, how it has changed my life, that it has brought other people in so that they can be a part of creating a world of peace, hopefully, and justice for everyone so that we can all live together while we're here on this earth.
I think the way SDOP has enriched me and my ministry, above all, has been the contact that I've had with other churches that are not Catholic churches, that are other Christian churches. And SDOP has helped us as a community, helped me as a priest, as a minister, to work with, to come to understand and to treasure the friendships that I have with ministers of other faiths.
Making friends with people who are moving in the same direction, who come from different backgrounds, different theology, but have a sense of the sacredness of life and the importance of justice and a commitment to embrace truth wherever they find it. And those friendships have been meaningful to me.
Left to my own devices, I would live in the cloister of my little world and never step outside that box. And so for me, the whole idea of relationship has been transformative in my life. And I thank SDOP, and I thank the leaders in particular who I've worked with. I thank the staff who've seen the possibility of me doing more than I could see in myself to help change me, allow me to change, I should say, allow God to do the changing in me, and to grow from that whole experience.
Estamos aquí para impulsar a nuestros líderes políticos para
My family look at me differently. My kids, they saw me in front in that stage. I just feel like I never thought like other people will lean on me. And because SDOP has given me all this information, the power to stand up for other people. I don't know what my life would be like if SDOP had not been in my life. My life was hard as it was. But if SDOP hadn't been a part of it, it would have been chaos.
I can't ever see me not doing this. It's funny because if you talk to me 11 years prior to ever being introduced to the organization and told me I would be sitting here having these conversations, have done the things and been involved in the work that I have, I wouldn't believe you. There'd be no way, because that wasn't what my life was about then. So this has definitely given me a clear purpose and a clear meaning and a clear mission to what I feel that God has called me to do. And I'm not going to stop, ever.
So where are we going? There's no limits. If we can think it, if we can imagine it, we can do it.